Hello, welcome to Balancing Act and your 30-minute flow. Let's get started. Come to the front of your mats. Let's ground ourselves, whatever's going on in your world, just push it away for the moment and start to focus on just simply pressing your feet into the mat. Just press them, the outsides, the insides, the back, the front, even pressure throughout your feet as you start to squeeze your glutes and lift up through your lower body. Tuck your tail, bring your shoulders back and down, just relaxed. Take a nice deep inhale and bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Imagine there's a string on the top of your top knot or on the top of your head, whatever you've got going on there, and it's pulling you to the ceiling, a little bit taller than you're supposed to be. And inhale the arms wide and up to the sky. Reach high as you pull the shoulders down. And then with nice, soft, bent knees, just bring it down into a little inversion here. Separate your feet hip distance apart and rock side to side. Let the weight of your head and neck just rock you back and forth like a grandfather clock. And feel the pressure behind your ears and your eyes and in your head. Let the blood just flow in the opposite direction. Your knees are really nice and soft, and you kind of have this weight of your forearms just pulling you down gently. Very nice. You should feel this a little bit in your spine, down the back of your legs. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. As you reach the top, really stretch the top of your back. As you come all the way to standing, arms come up, big circle, and exhale it down again. You can drop your hands to the floor if you like, but do just shift your weight side to side, come off your heels, just move those legs around a little bit. I want you to separate your feet a little bit more, just off your mat. Bend your knees, push your left hand into the floor with your fingers facing toward the right and reach up. As you reach up, straighten your right leg and bend your left a little bit more. And twist. Beautiful. And switch that over. Right hand to the floor and twist. Beautiful. And come back and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. All the way up to standing, shimmy your feet together and drop it down again. This time I want you to put your feet back down, all the way behind you into your down dog. And pedal out your dog here as you press away from your shoulders come away from your ears, and press into that first down dog of your day. Beautiful, and just stretch that out. Come down to your knees, and cat-cow. Arch it and round it. Big C curves, up and down, the biggest ones you can make. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And press back down dog again. Very nice. Take that right foot and put it right between your hands and drop the knee. Very good. Rise up into a nice, easy crescent. And then pivot everything over to the front here. Okay, so you have a nice right angle here. And I want you to extend up nice and high. And then reach over your left ear into a little baby side angle here. And opposite stretch. Left hand comes to the floor, right hand over your ear. And reverse it again. Baby side angle. And rock it back. Last one. Baby side angle. And rock it back. Beautiful. And then cartwheel it all the way down to the floor. Right foot comes back into your down dog. Hold here for just 1 second while I start my timer, because I didn't start my 30-minute timer and you guys want 30 minutes. Okay, so pressing back. Left foot comes between your hands. Inhale it nice and big. And then drop it down and shimmy it. This time you have your left leg moving out here and your right leg is at a right angle. Inhale the arms up nice and high. Come into your baby side angle and reach over and reverse it. And reach over the ear with the right hand and reach over your ear with your left hand. Last one. Reach it over. And extend through the left side of the rib cage and cartwheel it all the way down. Beautiful. Back into your down dog. Very nice. Drop to your knees once more. I want you to just open this up one more time into a gate pose. So your right leg extends, left leg is bent, big kickstand, and reach over. Great. And then back to your all fours and open it up again to the left. Lots of big side stretches here, taking up as much room as we can. Our left foot is reaching away from our left arm. And back to your cat-cow. Push back down dog. And walk it forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And this time you can come up with a nice flat back to standing if you like, or roll it up one vertebrae at a time, whatever your body is ready for. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right leg comes back. Drop the right knee. Come up into a crescent and drop it down. Left leg comes back. Slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Getting into those shoulders. Right leg comes between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. And this time, I want you to flex your front foot and pull that right leg straight. And then spring forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up to standing. And drop it down. Inhale, lift. Left leg goes back. Drop the knee. Inhale, crescent. Drop it down. Right leg comes back and drop it into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Left leg comes between the hands. Drop the knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms come down. Pull those left toes back towards your nose. And spring forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back to standing if it feels right. And exhale down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right leg comes back. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, rise up to your crescent, and come back into that baby side angle. So spin over to the side and reach over the right ear. And reach it back. Over the right ear. And cartwheel it down. Left leg comes back. Slowly lower chaturanga. Up and down. Right leg comes between your hands. Drop the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Spin it open again. Baby side angle and reverse it. Baby side angle and reverse it. And cartwheel it all the way down. Again, pull those right toes toward your nose and spring forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise it all the way up and drop it all the way down. Inhale, lift. Left leg comes back. Drop the knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, drop it down. Spin it open. Reach into your baby side angle. Opposite stretch. Reach into the baby side angle. Use that elbow to push your knee open and reach it back and cartwheel it all the way down. Bring the right leg back. Plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Left leg comes between the hands this time. Reach up into your crescent. Drop the arms down and spin it open. Reach the arm over the ear and back. And extend it and reverse it. And cartwheel it all the way down. This time, we're going to pull those left toes towards our nose, bend the back knee as deep as is comfortable, and spring forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hold here for just a moment. Soften the knees, interlace the hands. And just hang. Come back to your breath if you've lost it. Should feel pretty warm now. We've pretty much moved it all. Gotten in those chaturangas, the lunges, the crescents, the forward fold. If you want here, sometimes what I like to do is put my forearms behind my head. It pushes my neck down a little bit and gives me a little extra stretch in my cervical spine. So you can try that. Drop the hands and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, dive down. Both feet come back into your down dog. Beautiful. Reach the right leg nice and high without opening the hip. So not hip opening like this. Drop it down low. Keep the hips nice and squared off and flex your right foot and push that heel towards the back wall as you feel this deep stretch down the back of your left leg. Then bend the knee and pull your knee towards your nose and crunch your abs. And then press back, three-legged dog. Pull it through and crunch. Press back, pull it through and crunch. And then plant the right foot. Beautiful. Reach up to a nice high lunge. Press that left heel back toward the wall. Reach up nice and high. Extend through the rib cage. Chest is nice and open. Shoulders are dropped. Beautiful. Drop the left hand and raise the right. Take a twist. Nice big stretch here. Now I want you to come into boomerang pose, which means your right foot is going to pull back and it's going to be parallel to the front of your mat. Drop that left hip and open up the chest. Reach. Hold here for a few moments. Squeeze your glutes. Open up the chest. Give me a slight back bend in the upper back as you reach toward the sky. Now from here, I want you to take your right foot and I just want you to gently place it on top of your left, coming right into your side plank. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. If you need to drop that left knee to the floor for a kickstand, by all means do so. You can also stagger your feet. And drop it down into your down dog. Nice. Lift the left leg. Don't open the hip. Keep it nice and square this time. Press your right heel into the mat and push your left heel toward the back wall, nice and strong. Micro bend in your right knee. Very nice. Feel that nice stretch down the back of your right leg and then bend the leg that's up and crunch it into your nose. Press back, three-legged dog. Crunch. Three-legged dog. Crunch. Three-legged dog. And pull the foot all the way through. Come up into a nice high lunge. Sink down into it. Let your quads burn for a moment. Reach up nice and high. Right heel's moving toward the back wall. And then drop the right hand and open up the left. Reach toward the sky. Take a twist. Nice deep breaths here. Come back to your breath when you have a moment for it, when you can think about it. Twisting nice and big. Now moving into our boomerang pose. This left foot is going to pull back so it's parallel to the front of the mat. Sink down through that right hip and open up the chest. You'll feel a nice big opener in your left hip here. Don't go too deep. It shouldn't hurt. It should be challenging and you should feel it, but it should never be painful. Also think about your right shoulder. It should be pulling away from your right ear. Keep the pressure into the mat on your hand through the base of the thumb so it's not rolling over to the pinky. And breathe. On the next inhale, we're going to take our left foot and place it right on top of our right into our side plank. Squeeze your glutes. Engage your core here. Use your whole core, this entire part of your body. Tighten it nice and tight to keep you up in this side plank. Beautiful. Open up the chest. And then roll it back down into your down dog. Awesome. Okay, right foot raises up nice and high. Bend the knee and open up the hip this time. Let gravity kind of pull the hip open and let that foot fall a little bit. You'll start to feel this in your hip flexors in the front of your pelvis. So just let it stretch out that area and move it around. Make some circles if you like. And then I want you to drag this right knee over to your right elbow like Spider-Man. So you're in a nice strong plank here. Your elbow, if you can touch it to your knee, do so. Three-legged dog. Again, elbow to knee on the right side. Three-legged dog. Elbow to knee. Crunch your core here when you're going in for that. Three-legged dog. Your foot places right between your hands. Come up into your high lunge. Beautiful. Drop the left hand and take a twist. Open up the chest. Pull that right foot back into your boomerang pose. Sink down into this left hip. Squeeze your glutes and reach. Reach your right hand as far away from your left foot as you can. Beautiful. Keep that spine nice and strong. Really extended through the rib cage. All right, press down through the left hand and place that right foot on top of your left leg. This is starting to sound like a game of Twister. Big side plank, squeeze the glutes. Now your right foot is going to come to the outside of your mat and press up into your wild thing. Reach your right hand toward that wall. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Squeeze your glutes here. Really try to press your hips up to the sky. And all the way back into your down dog. Awesome. Left leg rises. Open up the hip. Bend the knee and make some big circles here. Move it all around. As the foot starts to drop on the other side of the body, just let gravity kind of pull your hip flexors open. Focus on the shoulders as well, always pulling them away from the ears. And then take that knee and drag it all the way to that left elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. Knee to elbow. Three-legged dog. Knee to elbow. Three-legged dog. And plant the foot between your hands. Rise up nice and high. Beautiful. Reach those hands toward the sky. High lunge. Heel presses toward the back wall. Drop the right hand and open it up. Take a big twist. This is the greatest stretch in the world. Enjoy it. Breathe through it. Take the left foot and pull it back. Drop your right hip towards the mat and open up this hip. And then reach over your ear. Sweep the arm. Left hand as far away from your right foot as you can get it. And press down through the hand so that your shoulder pulls away from your ear. Beautiful. Left hand comes back around. Left foot goes on top of your other foot and open up into your side plank. Squeeze your glutes, press your hips toward the sky, and breathe. I know it's challenging. We're putting a lot of weight on our shoulder, on our right arm. We're really doing it. But your body was made to do things like this. So take your left leg, open it up, press your right foot into the mat as much as you can, and reach back into your wild thing. Press your hips toward the ground, toward the floor. No, press your hips toward the ceiling and squeeze your glutes. And reach. And then bring it all the way back down to down dog. Awesome. Beautiful. Take a moment here in your down dog. If you want to take a little bit of a less active recovery, roll it over into another side plank. Squeeze the glutes. Raise that right hand. You can just rest here in child's pose or down dog, whatever you like. And roll it open. Beautiful. Press back down dog. Okay, reach that right leg nice and high. Open it up. And take that right knee and drag it all the way to your left elbow and back up, three-legged dog. To your left elbow, three-legged dog. Last one, to your left elbow, three-legged dog. Throwing in that core work anywhere that I can. Bring it all the way through. High lunge. Beautiful. Drop it down. Take your twist. Pull the right foot back into your boomerang. Oh, these big, big stretches feel so good. Right foot goes on top into your side plank. Open it up into your wild thing. Awesome. And sit down. And bring in that right heel as close to your butt as you can. Inhale all the way up. And reach over, stretching. Here, you're going to be a little bit off your mat. Don't worry about that. Just reach it forward. If you want to do a half bind here, you can try to reach around this bent leg and grab and reach that way. Yogi's choice here. Breathe and stretch. Awesome. Now we're just going to cartwheel out of this pose all the way back here into our down dog. Beautiful. Take a beat. Left leg rises. Open up the hip. Make your circles. Beautiful. Make those circles and open it up. And then drag that left knee all the way to the right elbow and extend. Left knee, right elbow. Extend. Left knee, right elbow, and extend. And bring it all the way through. Plant that left foot and bring it into your nice high lunge. Sink down just an inch deeper. Let it burn for a moment. And drop the right hand. Take a twist. Open up the chest. When you repeat these spinal twists in the same poses over and over again, your body really warms up to them and you can go deeper and you can hold them longer. You're in your boomerang here. Reach it. Left leg comes over into the side plank. Squeeze your glutes, raise your hips. Left foot comes to the floor. Left arm extends. Awesome. Take one big, nice, deep breath. And on the exhale, sit it down. And hug that left knee in. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, stretch. Stretch it forward. If you want to take the half bind, reach that left arm around and clasp. And arch the back and reach. Beautiful. One more breath here, and then we're going to spin it all the way back around into our down dog. And spin it. Beautiful. Press back. Awesome. From here, I want you to crouch like a tiger and hop all the way through to a seated position. Good. Lie it down and come right into a tabletop position with your feet. Hands extend. And I want you to extend your right arm and your left leg. And then bring it back. Opposite. We're just going to do some dead bugs here for our core. As you're doing this, press your lower back as hard as you can into the mat so that your lower back is absolutely fused with the mat. And just give me a few of these. We're just going to do a little more core work before we move right into our back bends. Takes a little bit of coordination for these, but also should come pretty easily once you get the hang of it. All right, 3 more of these. And feet come to the floor, hip distance apart. Imagine there's a resistance band around your knees, which is preventing them from opening up. So keep them nice and facing forward and start to lift up the hips into a bridge. Clasp your hands underneath your back and don't turn your head like I am. I want you to look straight up. I'm going to talk you through it. I don't want you to look. And then start to roll up on top of your shoulders to make this bridge as high as you can. Press the hips toward the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes. Press down through the base of the big toes, which will start to align your knees, which will align your hips, and keep everything facing forward and not splaying open. We don't want anything to splay open. Everything's nice and tight, and your knees are, if anything, magnetizing toward one another. The back of your neck is really, really long. Tuck your chin just a little bit to make it even longer. And use your fist to press down into the mat to lift yourself up even a little bit higher. Squeeze your glutes here. One more breath. And then start to unwind the shoulders and come down. Try to come down 1 vertebrae at a time from the top of your spine to the bottom. And then your knees are the last to come up and make some circles. Beautiful. So you can repeat that bridge or do a full wheel, yogi's choice. You can repeat the bridge just as we did it before, like this. And if you want to progress the bridge, you can press down through your left and press your right heel to the sky. And then alternate that. Then your right foot would come down and your left heel gets pressed up. You can really isolate your glutes here, which is so nice. So when you do that, really squeeze up through the base leg and really activate those glutes. If you want to come up into a full wheel, then still, again, your knees are magnetizing toward one another. Hands come underneath your shoulders and start to press up. As you press up, the base of your big toes is pressing down. Your knees are automatically going to want to open here. So press through the base of your big toes. Open up your chest. And just let your head hang heavy. And squeeze your glutes. Open up your mouth really wide here. Do some ugly facial yoga. Really stretch your face out. Awesome. All right, whichever version of this you're in, start to come down. Again, 1 vertebrae at a time, the top to the bottom, and hug the knees in, last to come in, and make your circles. To the right and to the left. Beautiful. I want you to rock here on your lower back here until you come all the way up to seated. As you come up to seated, try not to touch your feet to the floor. Hug in your knees nice and tight. And then extend the legs into a boat pose. If you can grab your toes, go ahead and grab them. If you don't need to, extend them. If this is too much of a progression for you, you can bend the knees and hug them in. I just want you to hold this for about 3 breaths. So whatever variation works for you. But just engage that core, suck it in nice and tight, and reach the arms toward the front wall. Beautiful. And then roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Make your circles again. We did a lot of core work in this class. For 30 minutes, we really loaded it full of strength for your back and your core, your whole core, 360, this entire 360 area. That's your core. Give me a twist. Drop the right knee over to the left side and reach over your right side. If you have a few minutes extra to do a little bit more leg stretch, please do. Or you can take one of my 10-minute stretches and switch. Left knee comes in and pull it to the right. Awesome. Nice, wring out the spine. And then come back to a lying pose, Shavasana. Let gravity just sink your body into your mat. And enjoy the rest of your day.